You know, I'm thinking, we've got a 3D printer that our roommate set up, and we've been doing some prints, and I might have to print out a Crappy to take over to GDQ, because we're doing Kusogrand8 live! Oh my gosh, Crappy, take us to the game reveal. Come on, Kusogrand8 live at SGDQ is going to be a blast. Everybody, if you are going, I hope that you come and join us, because it will be a heck of a lot of fun. Not only that, but I'm helping to run an escape room at SGDQ. Yeah, if you're going to be there and you want to do an escape room, it will be there, I believe, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So the first part of the marathon, and then we've got to run away to Pittsburgh. That's my life. I have to get... They're making me go away. They're making me go to Pittsburgh for Anthrocon. Yeah, because I'm a furry. You know who's not a furry? Say hello to our GM. I'm pretty sure he's not. Polk Kitsune, you've got a fox here. But I'm pretty sure you're a normal... I'm pretty sure you're a normal dude, huh?
Right. So you got a scene set here, the walls are painted here. Are the pit also... Oh, hi, bro! How's it going?
Hello. I was just telling people that we've got Kusogrand8 live at SGDQ. We've got an escape room that I'm helping to run at SGDQ, and then I'm running to Anthrocon, and I said you're not a furry, but you've got a fox anyway.
I'm close enough, I'd say here. I mean, I appreciate every furries there is. They're beautiful people.
Cool. You're beautiful too, I think.
Aww.
I don't know, you might be ugly.
All we know here, the meter horn, that's the thing about Kitsune. Shape-shifting is cool, it happens.
Oh, you can shape-shift? Oh my gosh.
That's the thing, that's the beauty of it.
You know what? You're just like a cartoon, that's what I gotta say.
Exactly, I'm very loony.
Uh-oh. Wait. I got stuck on a word. Wait.
I can only wait so much. What's to wait for? What am I, a waiter?
Thank you, Kefka. So, what game do you have today?
Alright, well, today you see here, last time, we ordered a certain bird on the show here, came in over here, made a mess of things, and, well, the Coyote decided we to try to give him another chance, and... Oh, there he is! Come on, get eyes, get him into... man, he's gone. Okay, so today here our players are going to be playing another thing called the Roadrunner here, which we're going to Desert Speedtrap featuring Roadrunner and Wile Coyote on the Game Gear.
Yeah, Game Gear, baby. The players are going to have 1 hour to try to avoid this speed trap. But trust me, there are going to be a lot of difficulties here. Whoever manages to do the best, though, will take the victory. They will be moving on to round 4 for sure. The person who comes in last will only get 2 points, but still, for this round, that's going to be enough to move on pretty solidly. Yeah.
Even if they get last, they don't get to be dinner, they still get to survive. Like most runners.
They don't get to be dinner? Please do not eat our players, Polk. Okay, that's the one rule we have in Kusogrand8. Don't eat the players. We don't have a lot of rules here. Well, I'm just gonna work on getting everything set up, so... You know, let's go ahead and talk a little bit. How are things going? Anything exciting happening in your life?
Let's see here. Lately, the Fortnite team has been having a pretty nice run, except for one little story I've had here on last Tuesday. We're currently doing the Legend of Zelda series on the different games, and on my turn here, we're currently doing the Majora's Mask. When it's my turn, and we're doing a whole lot of side quests, and Okami was around. Who
else would be around?
Uh-oh. Yeah, to be fair.
Dear little Kami decided, you know what, here, Paul, we need some help. A little guidance, tell him where to get a big wallet that we need to get everything. And I get sent to a horrible, haunted house full of spiders. They're gonna clean out, try to do this thing. Takes about half an hour, he'll figure things out and have to clean the whole thing. Get to the end, get my reward, and I get a a big shiny 20 rupee.
I'm gonna interrupt you for a second. You might want to listen to the audio on the stream of your voice, because you apparently sound really crunchy, and I probably sound crunchy as well.
Seemingly,
Well,
yes.
that's probably my fault. Let me see if there is anything that I can do, because you shouldn't be sounding crunchy. So what am I doing? Okay, filters. Okay, I have a no. Okay, let me go ahead and try to get rid of this. Talk to me now. Let's go ahead and talk a bit. Yeah,
Why would I talk to you?
no, they both sound completely fine to me, so this should be a problem on my end. Talk to me a little bit.
Oof. Talk to you a little
How's
bit.
it
You
going?
just over here. Let's see if it gives a bunch.
Can't say
Okay.
much better. So
As it turns out, the noise gate on OBS decided that it wanted to suck balls, so that's cool.
greedy.
Want to drown me out? I see. Can't handle the pull.
Anyway, continue with your wonderful, wonderful story, Polk.
Yeah, by the end of it here, like I said to you, by the end of it, the reward turned out to be a big bloody 20 rupees. And then proceeded to tell me that if I did the whole thing on day one, I'd be getting a big nice wallet! Which is then coming cackles like a banshee. I mean, yeah, that's right! Somebody should have told me about that thing!
Well, you were just quicker to help break the curse. I don't know what to tell you, Polk.
What curse
that
are we
big dark
breaking?
secret-
Can I break a curse?
Unfortunately,
I mean, do you wanna break a
we
curse?
like our curses.
Sure. I hate curses. Curses are dumb. Okay, let me go ahead and see. Yeah, they don't currently have audio on for their game, which is understandable because they're in the options menu.
Yeah, can't do much on that one.
Yeah, I will live, but today we have Exuno, Mazre, Megami, Infinity, and Smebelbear racing to try to make as much progress as they can in this game. Whoever does will take the victory. Whoever doesn't will only get 2 points, but will still move on to round 4 because all of the players here are pretty dang strong. This is going to be a solid match.
Yeah. Oh, yes, they've got under 20 or 17 points, so they're pretty safe.
Yeah.
Pretty safe. Whoever wins this match is almost certainly going to be in the bracket.
Pretty good chance, yeah. Pretty good chance, I'd say. Well, I'm just doing normal me things, which is trying to make sure that everything is lined up perfectly, because why not? Let me check with the players to see if they're ready, because I am.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
How could you not be ready for Desert Speedtrap?
I mean,
let me count the ways of not being ready, but yes.
There are a lot of ways to not be ready.
There are a lot of ways to not be ready, and these players know none of them.
Exactly. That's a point.
Well, perfect. Perfect. Yeah, so round 3, we are still doing we're still in what's called the group stages, Chiron, which is essentially the players are playing in groups of 4. They are being judged based off of how they do compared to each other, and whoever makes the most progress gets 10 points. Whoever makes the least progress gets 2 points. This is still enough for all of the players to stay in the tournament, though, because these are high-scoring players from earlier rounds. So let me see. Let me check in with the match.
So for people wondering why I decided to invade the call as everyone's favorite pseudo-GM, I'm the one who showed Polk this game in the first place. I'm like, yo, have you seen this game before?
The answer was no, and I was pleasantly surprised on this one. Pleasantly the old Kuso way.
Yeah, I found this when I was
trip.
I found this when I was going through some Game Gear games on my shelf, and I'm like, this seems like a good for Kusogrand8. Plus, I couldn't find too much footage of the game online. I could find footage of the Master System version, and I couldn't find footage of between the Game Gear and the Master System version, somebody beating it on hard difficulty until I went and did it myself.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. You know what? Stop talking for just 1 second. Let me make one small change here. And go ahead and talk again. Let's see how this sounds.
And you could have just... you telling me to stop talking is the most apt thing in the world.
Yeah, chat, I realize we're not getting audio from Exuno, so I may switch over to one of our other players for audio, which is fine.
Options.
It's fine. That's why we have 4 streamers.
That's how you have backups.
Like, I just want to get audio from one player, okay? Okay, because Mazre also has no sound. But that's also the option screen.
Try having one of them reset the game. I forget if this is one of those games.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Don't backseat boss
Okay.
me. Huh?
Okay.
Okami, I want to kick your butt.
I know you do.
Oh my.
Okay, they're all ready, so I need chat to spam emotes. What would be good emotes for them to spam?
Ooh, Seed, Roads, Coyotes, Roadrunners, of course.
Anything speed related.
Anything speed related. Okay, fast stuff.
Yes,
Fast and cartoony. We're doing the countdown right now. Please spam.
Spam, spam.
Okay, never mind. I guess Crappy doesn't want to do the countdown. Okay.
They're waiting for that figurine.
Is Crappy on strike again?
Crappy, where are you? Crappy!
Now we need to make one of those plushy crappies. Those little request party, those little Kickstarters plans. I bet you sell a hotcake with a K. Wait, 2 Ks. 2K.
Okay, never mind. I'm doing the countdown.
We're gonna need oh wait, no, I think Smebble went in game already, so.
Okay, so spam your emotes because we're gonna go ahead and get started as soon as I see movement in the game. And there we go. We have wonderful sound from one of our players. Haha.
Which one? Who knows? Alright, so this game tries to be a Sonic game with how fast you go. Of course they have the Game Gear version, which means they gotta deal with screen crunch.
Yep, it's really tight and squeezy.
Now,
of course it means that you can't react to anything at proper speeds.
Now, one of the common pickups you're going to be seeing is Birdseed. Sometimes it will have a, if it has a Roadrunner sign when you eat the Birdseed, that means it's a checkpoint. So they'll respawn there if they die. They are on hypothetically a strict time limit, but all the stars that they're picking up extend the timer.
Yep, by about 2 seconds. And also, those birdseeds that we're getting here, yes, some of them are checkpoints. Others are health pickups.
Yeah.
Others for they'll take away to a health point and stun you for a while.
Yep.
How do you tell them apart? Good luck. Have fun. Please look forward to it. It's a surprise.
It's like when you've got a bunch of pieces of food, and one of them's the super spicy food. Which one is it? Who knows?
Take a bite and find out. The only exception to this is if you find a big pile of birdseed. It means you can pick at it multiple times for multiple health pickup.
Yeah, and the birdseed is noticeably larger, so you can identify that as a real one.
Okay, that's good to know. I really hate, like, the hang time when you run off an edge, that you just sort of stand there for a while.
Yes, the Wile Coyote time.
Yes, the first time I tried this, my first reaction was this is, why does Roadrunner have Wile Coyote time? If you keep going fast enough off a platform, you will stop there for a moment, a second or two, and then drop straight down like a stone.
Rebel has found the end of the first stage.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's per usual. Whenever you end the stage, you end Wile Coyote's run with whatever contraption he's got in. Every single time.
Yep, the end of the stage is marked by just an exit sign. That's it. Sometimes you don't even, like, see the exit. It's just kind of, like, in the middle of Nowheresville. It's great.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the exit being in the middle of a level. That's, I mean, if done well, it can be interesting. It just doesn't seem right for this.
Yeah, it's generally if you just keep going to the right, you'll find the exit at some point or another. Sometimes you might need to go up, stuff like that, and
just a bit of verticality, but most of the time you want to head right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do see arrows pointing to the left on occasion.
Yeah, they'll sometimes. Usually, if they're pointing to the left, that means you need to. You actually do need to go to the left, mainly trying to platform to get some height to head back to the right.
Gotcha.
You can tell if a player's getting close to the end of the stage, though, by whether or not Wile Coyote is harassing Roadrunner.
Yes, every stages at the midway point or so, the Coyote will come and start harassing you with whatever contraption he showed. First one, of course, it's a rocket.
Yep. Yeah, the game will very conveniently let you know before the stage starts what is Wile Coyote piloting. It's a rocket in the first stage, now it's going to be a car for Smebelbear.
Yep.
So I have seen a lot of death already in this game. Is the biggest problem early on seems to be avoiding Wile Coyote and avoiding excess damage. Is that going to be the main difficulty throughout this entire game?
Oh yes. Oh yes. Yeah. You only have 4 health and damage comes in so many ways.
Well, that combined with the fake birdseed, because from what I remember, the fake birdseed doesn't really show up in the early stages, but it shows up in abundance in the later stages.
Ooh, yes. It doesn't help that you need to get a birdseed to get some health up. It doesn't help that a lot of them are trapped. The checkpoint relies on it. If you're feeling down and suddenly get hit with it, well, hey, sorry. Try again, it's lunchtime.
If you are good enough, and this is something of an exploit that I ended up abusing when I played through the game, if you eat birdseed right after, like, immediately after taking damage, if it's one that does damage to you and stuns you, if you time it right, you eat the birdseed, and you can just bypass the damage part, at least, because of iframes.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you know that it's not good birdseed, you just don't want to eat it outright, but...
Yeah, don't touch it. You just gotta remember which was a good seed and which was a bad seed. It's normal, perfectly fine. No trouble whatsoever.
Super easy.
Oh, yeah.
Convenience. Oh, also for World 2, when you see the Coyote driving a car, most of the time the exit is going to be on an upper platform that you can't reach unless you somehow jump on top of the car to reach the upper platform.
Yeah, and jumping on the car is not always an easy matter, especially since you can't just, like, ride the car because Roadrunner does not go with the car like you would expect to do when you're riding on top of a car.
You'd imagine! No. Fucking logic, you know?
Yeah, but the platforming is alright in this game. Like, I feel like if we gave them the Master System version, that version I'd say is too good for Kusogrand8.
Oh, really? Why so?
Well, mainly because they're leaving the screen crunch. I think and Polk may disagree with me, but I think the biggest problem with this game ends up being the screen crunch for me.
I don't disagree with that at all here. Part of the problem is that there are things all across the road that'll take no time to damage you. If you try to go fast at any point, you will pay the price for it. It's like some of your headshots where there's a landmine every 5 feet.
Yeah, and if they didn't do the stupid fake out that we've been talking about with the bird seed, I think if there wasn't that fake out and you could take damage from eating bird seed, or you couldn't take damage from eating bird seed, I think then the game would also be too good for Kusogrand8. But you can from time to time. Mazre died right next to a big mound of bird seed.
Not the bird
That has
seed.
to hurt.
Yeah, I mean, considering that it is your health, like I do love the risk reward that comes with recovering health. Like that's something that is actually pretty common in Wile E. Coyote, laying out the seed as a trap, because you gotta eat. You're a bird. Bird gotta eat. What do you think? This bird's just gonna fly around for free? No.
He's in the middle of the desert. How's he gonna find seed otherwise?
Something else that this game does that I don't know if we've really commented on, the bird seed does not respawn when you die.
Nope. They do not.
Oh no. Why?
They do respawn on game over, but not just on death.
Do they
So
count
if
as
you-
check? Like, there are checkpoints though, right?
Yes, there are
The only ones that
checkpoints.
show up with the Roadrunner face once you eat them. But which one's the checkpoint? You don't know until you eat it.
That's
In that case, you
fantastic.
might also eat it.
So, do enemies respawn when you die?
I don't
Yes.
believe so, no. Oh, do they?
I believe the enemies themselves respawn, but some of them just aren't killable. Like
That's
things like Venus trap plants. Yeah, those
Yeah.
will not
A
be
lot of
those.
stage hazards. Can't exactly
yeah.
get rid of Wile E. Coyote.
No, there's no way. Not to reach exit.
Okay, so one really funny thing, this is very subtle. Megami jumped from the right onto a sloped platform to her left, but immediately entered Coyote time due to the way that the Roadrunner was moving, even though she didn't jump from the slope platform, she just jumped onto the slope platform. Yeah, let me just say, Coyote time is going to be one of the most annoying things in this game. It does not
Yes.
function as intended. Like, it's pretty
No,
obvious.
it's something that's usually very common in platformers, that you have some generosity behind it with Coyote time. And this is a total handicap.
Yeah. Oh, Megami found some trapped birdseed. Ate the birdseed, took 2 damage, and was stunned for a bit. Whoops.
What?
Whoops. Yeah.
I mean, that's something the Coyote would do, but still. Mazre is just trying to not die, but like this stupid bus going left and right is extremely difficult to jump on.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
Enemies will.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, enemies will also drop power-ups when you kill them, but they're so small and you're so small that it might be more trouble than good if you try to kill them.
Some of them are pretty good. I think one of them is like invincibility, which in a game like this, any amount of invincibility time you can get is pretty good.
It allows you to actually go fast.
Wild.
By the way, I do want to thank the referees who are helping to track this match. Again, we have people watching each stream to see how far the players make it, even if we do get a little stuttering from time to time due to individuals' internet issues. We don't want to ban people from that, but the referees are helping out to make sure we know who is making progress and how far they are. And the referees we have for this match are Linkura, not Electa, to even Coyote. Oh, not Electa brought to you by Acme. Thank you for that correction there. To even Coyote Genius. Okay, Mouse Shy stealing Birdseed and blasting us. At this point, 3 out of 4 players are on stage 5. They are making a lot of progress. Megami is a little bit behind on stage 4, but that's not far enough to be considered out of it, like, by any means here.
So Megami is having an interesting problem here. There is a button that you need to press to make a platform ascend and descend. And Megami tried jumping on it. You have to peck the button.
Yep.
Yep, like Megami just did. Now and it's pecking multiple times.
Unfortunately, because of Screen Crush, they don't know what the button does, so they did it again. See, am I doing this right? Well, she might just have turned off the platform. Oh, no.
No, it's that the platform doesn't start moving until you jump on it. So. But has figured out that mechanic.
You know, William Tell had a decent overture. While I would normally complain about, like, public domain music being in a game, Looney Tunes did it all the time. It's absolutely within the universe to have something like this. Maybe for
that's what they do.
Yeah, and considering that it works well for a fast-paced type of music, I am completely fine with William Tell's overture being here.
Yeah, it fits very much the team of what they have, the location they pull off, the team behind it. Yeah. They're really fitting for them. After all, before they were known as Looney Tunes, they were known as Merry Melodies, after all.
Yeah. The more you know.
Okay. The more you know.
I love seeing the funniest thing to see about the Wile E. Coyote time is when it happens when when the platform that you land on is just like 2 feet below you or something very low like that. Like, what even is the point at that point? Oh, Smebble Bear picked up a trapped birdseed and died immediately because didn't have enough health to survive.
That is so stupid. If you're at the point where you're low on health, but your health could potentially kill you, that's terrible design. That's bad. Bad. You have to have some sort of visual way to distinguish between real birdseed and fake birdseed, and I don't think there is any.
Yes, we're expecting mercy out of this game. No!
We're in round 3. These players have got a bunch of points they can figure out themselves.
Who made this? Was it Probe? Well,
it was Probe.
That would explain everything. Fine. Okay, Probe software, yeah, having some stupid troll like that, absolutely understandable.
Team character. Perfect.
I love that one person is credited for working on the Game Gear version, and that is Robert L. Hylands, who also worked on wonderful games like Stargate for Genesis, Wonder Boy and Monsterland for the ZX Spectrum, R-Type for Atari ST, or the audio for Alien Trilogy on the Sega Saturn. That one might actually be good. Okay.
Roar, I've got you covered for barging into comms, don't worry.
Hey, he got thanks. He got thanks in Diablo for PlayStation.
Ooh.
And also in Scud, the Disposable Assassin.
Wait, what?
That game, that's a wonderful game. We've tubed into that game.
But yeah, apparently the music for the original version, the Master System version, which is probably the exact same music being used here, considering that the Game Gear used a lot of the Master System specs, was by Alistair Brimble, who everybody knows. You know, kind of one of the legends when it comes to music, especially anything from Europe. I mean, Roller Coaster Tycoon is one of the biggest, most important games, and Alistair Brimble did music for that. We've got, oh my gosh, everything. What, Driver? Pitfall Beyond the Jungle for Game Boy Color. I mean, Glover, that's important. Not the music for Glover, the sound effects for Glover, which is probably a better thing to do. Oh my gosh, the music hurts. Pinocchio for Genesis actually has pretty decent music. Alistair Brimble did the conversion for that. We've got Lawnmower Man music, which is pretty good. You know, usually the games that Alistair Brimble did music for, the music was better than the games. But,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, you've got The Lost Vikings for Amiga, which is freaking awesome. Quattro Adventure, again, music better than the games.
Music better than the games just describes, like, every ocean game.
Yeah, or every Dizzy game, considering Alistair worked on multiple stupid egg Dizzy games. Like, yeah, I hate the egg, but I love the music.
Fitting for anything to do with LGN.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The comment looks like Megami is into, I believe this is World 4? Based on stage reach, yeah.
So level 7.
Yeah.
So yes, this is World 4.
Yeah, so in that case, Megami moved from 4th place to 1st place. Firth place.
Earth.
We're in 1st place.
Last place. Cannot forget the...
Yeah, if...
Oh, this section that Megami is on kinda sucks, because there's a bunch of low ceilings, and the problem is if you jump too high, you can accidentally bonk your head on the Venus flytraps that are above you. Just
all the way.
yeah, and it's a lot of going back and forth, so a lot of opportunities for you to bonk your head on some Venus flytraps and take additional damage. And plus, this is around the point where they start to get really trigger happy with the trapped birdseed, like that one that just killed Megami.
Well, and if the life-giving power of seed isn't good enough to make you stop, if you're running and you run right next to the seed, you will also stop on a dime. Just to be sure, yeah, you can dine right here. You're fine. Please eat.
Please eat. I swear there's not a bomb in there.
I'd eat it. I don't care if there's
Would
a
you
bomb.
eat a bomb, Bersentia?
I would eat a bomb. Have my stomach, like, stretch out when it explodes, you know? It would be silly.
Yes, good old cartoon logic.
Cartoons? What are you talking about? That happened in The Mask. That's not a cartoon.
You say that like The Mask isn't a cartoon.
Doesn't The Mask just operate on cartoon logic anyway?
Oh, I guess it was a cartoon to begin with. Whatever.
Besides, the Mask was originally a comic book. So technically, yes, he was a comic book for anything else.
Fine. Listen, my name is Pokitsune, and I use logic and facts. Oh.
Logic? What's that? Sounds delicious. Is it explosive?
You can't eat my logic. Please don't. It's weird.
Just mix it up with brain bleach. It's fine.
I feel like we're starting to... Yep, Megami has taken a full game over.
Oh,
and has to go back to the start of the game.
I can presume they probably don't love that, but at the same time, it's something that happens in a lot of handheld games from the era. Simply put, if you wanted more than 20 or 30 minutes of gameplay, you had to make it so that people started over, because if not, they just blast through it. I mean, I'm pretty sure Sonic 2, back when I played it on Game Gear, had limited continues, except if you found emeralds, it gave you an extra continue.
Yep.
Yeah, which takes some extra steps to do and all that, and...
Hey, I beat that game legit when I was a kid. I think I even managed to get all of the emeralds and beat the secret area when I was a kid. Like, Sonic 2 for Game Gear, not the best Sonic out there, but I did it. I did the thing. I played it.
Nice.
I definitely gotten Sonic 2 in a Kusogrand8 gauntlet before.
Yeah,
my.
there are a lot of there are a lot of good things about it, but I understand why people hate it as well. Like, it's fine.
Sonic on the go. You can't be mad about that.
Yeah, and everybody always complains about the battery life for the Game Gear. I didn't care. I used the power adapter every time.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you use the power adapter, you don't have to worry about batteries. You just have to sit near a wall. It's fine.
Snowberry. The Snowberry got hit by Coyote, started to eat the seed, poisoned, stunned, then Coyote ran him over again. That's right and then. Mmm. Yum yum seed.
God, every time.
I'm sorry.
Smebble has once again died to eating trapped bird seed. Every time it never gets old.
You might call this game seeded, yes.
I cannot wait to hear. Paul, has anybody been complaining in the match room? I have to know.
Let's double check here. Not about the seed, somebody said, this momentum is gonna kill me IRL! Straight from Snowbear.
Yeah, I mean, here's the deal. In Roadrunner cartoons, Roadrunner could stop on a dime. Like,
oh yes.
Roadrunner was not just fast, but had absolute agility, and that's not true in this game at all. There's like zero agility. You're more like a bowling ball. Seriously. Not only that, but with limited screen space, a lot of these jumps are very close to being blind jumps. I'm just watching Megami trying to play level 1. Now, this was originally made for the Master System, which means that people probably had more screen space on the Master System version. On this version, though, screen space is not really good. It's not in your favor, and Probe, unfortunately, did not take that into consideration with the port to Game Gear.
Yeah, for anyone who wants...
programmed, they had the sprites, they decided let's just port it with some money.
Here, I'll link this in chat. This is a long play for the Master System version, if you want to see what the screen real estate is like on that.
Mazre ate the poison seed and died because this game is absolute BS. There's so many design crimes in this game. I'm not even kidding you. This is stupid.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
It's a screenshot for a reason.
Yeah, everybody, like, this is a really good example of a game that you can play in order to learn why things are designed the way they are.
Well, important question.
Yeah. Yes.
This or Death Valley Rally?
Ooh, that is... I think this might be a little bit more playable than Death Valley Rally, but both of them suck for totally different reasons.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever get a chance to try out the Master System version as like a compare and contrast thing, Polk?
I have to admit I have not. I've never got a chance. I probably should just give it a go.
May have to after this, yeah.
Oh, and also it seems like some of these players actually had the first Roadrunner game we had on match 1, where they actually played the Coyote.
Oh, there you go. Already got the Looney Tunes experience.
Indeed. Now to know what's the other side like.
There we go! Mazre at the end of the stage, moving on to the extremely thin Coyote screenshot. I don't know why he's so skinny in that specific image. Like, Exuno right there, it's like he hasn't just starved to death, but he, like, got brought back to life after dying and is still hungry. Like, poor Coyote.
How many times has the Coyote got flattened? The answer is yes.
Oh my gosh, there we go, Megami at the end of the level, that stupid bus with only 1 health. That was actually very risky to do. There we go, Skinny Coyote on 2 screens there.
You do at least get fully healed in between stages, so games debatably merciful like that?
Might be just programmed that way, but yes.
Yeah,
Happy
like,
little coincidences. Well taken a game like this.
Yeah.
yeah.
Think what their generosity gives you.
By the way, I'm just saying, everybody, you are fine the way that you are physically. Everybody type is fine. But Coyote, you should eat some food. Like, I know that you're trying, okay? I know that legitimately that's the purpose of you chasing the Roadrunner. But please catch him and eat him, please.
Unfortunately, this may also be a case of the dog chasing the car. Well, if you ever just get the Roadrunner, what will you do with him? And if you say eat him, how much meat is there on this bird?
I guess, hey, Roadrunner would keep you fed for, like, an afternoon, maybe?
I mean, it depends on the Roadrunner as well as how big you... Like, coyotes, I don't think they eat as much as people do. People eat a lot.
True.
Consider coyote's size.
So I don't think one Roadrunner is enough to last you a lifetime.
No,
no,
lifetime
but there's not just one bird in the world. My gosh.
No,
There's things like that in the world of Looney Tunes.
Honestly, it's possible every single Roadrunner you see in the Roadrunner cartoons is a different bird.
I guess I never did think of it like that.
It's possible.
Could be a different coyote every time as well. No, it's Wile E. Coyote. But Roadrunner is just called Roadrunner, which means that it is a generic Roadrunner, and I presume there are like, I don't know, at least 1,000 of these things running around.
No, this is not just Wile E. Coyote. This is Wile E. Coyote. Genius.
Yeah. How many Roadrunners are there in the world? Apparently, the global breeding population at 1.4 million of them.
That would probably be enough to last you a lifetime.
Yeah, apparently they are
years or
very
how long.
low concern when it comes to conservation. So everybody, if you're out in the desert and you're starving and you see a Roadrunner and you're like, should I, eat it even if it's against the law? Just remember, there are 1.4 million of these bastards running around. That's all.
Even if it's against the law?
Well, if you have to, if it's between dying and breaking the law by eating a Roadrunner?
I think you can get away with that one.
I see a stellar review here from Smebble. This would be a 5 out of 10 if Roadrunner just moved properly.
Uh-huh. If only.
A 5 out of 10?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, this game's great.
Oh, yes.
And
There's
there
a
we
few other
go.
games that I've
Mazre
sent
gets a
folks
game
away.
over from eating the wrong bird seed. And this is exactly why you do not have health pickups and damage look exactly the same. Because can you
Where's the fun
imagine
in
just
that?
having the dev troll? Well, because you sit there and you look at it and you're like, okay, I want to beat this game, right? I want to beat this game, but I'm at 1 health. And this may be the key to making it to the end, but it could also make me play the entire game over again if I eat it. Do you eat it? It's the stupid, it's not even Prisoner's Dilemma, this is the stupid dilemma.
This is dumb.
Yeah, the idiot's dilemma. Okay, that's what I'm gonna call it. The idiot's dilemma. Eat or don't eat.
To eat or not to eat? That is, in fact, the question.
Good question.
Just eat. Blame the devs later. Oh no! Megami also got the bad bird seed
Fall over that one again.
and died.
I like to think of it as Roadrunner getting a taste of what, pun intended, what Wile E. Coyote goes through. Just trying to get a decent meal, but is having just the biggest amount of trouble in the world just trying to eat something.
If you do consider this bird, like, always the same in every single cartoon, I would probably agree that the Roadrunner had this coming.
Well, you know, I have to ask this question here, but if the coyote can afford to get that many bird seed, why does it just eat the bird seed? Why should you just sell the seed and get yourself an actual meal?
Because I think that coyotes are probably carnivores. Eating seed would probably make his tummy hurt. And then he'd, have super diarrhea. And super diarrhea is worse than eating, okay? You do not want super diarrhea.
Super Diarrhea, my favorite TurboGrafx game, up there with Toilet.
Yeah,
Kids.
it's worse. Actually, it's worse than not eating. Do not get super diarrhea. That's how you die in Oregon Trail. That's dysentery, okay?
That's how you die.
DRV modding Oregon Trail to say you've died of super diarrhea.
Oh, beautiful. Moi, chef's kiss.
Oh, apparently the Roadrunner is really delicious per Wile E. Coyote. Well, that's because that's part of your food. That's what you normally eat, duh. Of course. Okay. It's like, oh, if I'm a poop bug and I eat poop and I think that it's great, does that mean humans should eat poop? No. Doesn't taste good to me, I think.
Another little commentary here from our players in the chat here, saying that seemingly the manual implies you can tell trap seed apart, but as far as we can tell, no, you can't. Outside of that big pile.
That's the only thing. It might be possible to tell the other ones apart, but if it is very hard to notice.
It might be a hard seed.
Might be easier to notice than like Master System or something like that. But the big bird seed pile is the only difference I could find.
Indeed.
Okay, so I'm learning information here. Okay.
Yeah?
Because apparently coyotes are not just carnivores. Yeah, apparently their favorite foods are gophers, voles, squirrels, mice, rats, and possums. They do eat roadkill. They sometimes scavenge when deers are hit by cars. So they take care of, like, some of the waste. That sounds a little rude, but you know what I'm saying. They naturally help clean up some of the environment around, which is nice. They eat cats, so if you don't like cats, that's good. They eat birds as big as chickens and as small as sparrows, but they're not totally carnivores. They eat fruit, nuts, and bugs, including crickets, peanuts, and watermelon. Crickets, peanuts, and watermelon. Watermelon is not a bug. You cannot say they eat fruit, nuts, and bugs, including crickets, peanuts, and watermelon. I'm very upset at the way that this sentence is phrased.
The English major Bursuch is crying out for justice.
Like, it's technically not grammatically correct. It's just confusing. Yeah, and Chad is confirming that peanuts aren't nuts. Peanuts grow underground, actually, if you didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, peanuts aren't nuts. Peanuts are bugs.
No, they're... Oh my gosh, no, they're not! I've actually harvested peanuts before. And they weren't bugs.
Are you sure? Are you sure? What kind of nuts do you think I'm buried underground?
What bugs are attached to freaking, like, what looks like weeds coming out of the ground, huh?
Yes!
And the peanuts, yeah. The famous bug.
Good, I know a lot more bugs that are covered in shells than nuts!
Mizuno eating the wrong seed and dying.
Oh.
Oh no! Megami eating the wrong seed and almost dying. Time to fall.
Oh.
But Megami is on a pretty decent push right
Megami,
now.
The world that Megami is on, and still has one more credit, so we'll be able to make a bit more progress. This world is really annoying to navigate because there are minecarts that you have to jump over, but you have to go through narrow passageways with minecarts, so good luck jumping over them. Also,
and there's
ice physics. There's ice physics.
You were commenting about the momentum before. How do you feel about that on ice physics?
I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
Oh yeah,
and mindful.
And the stalactites, which do damage to you if you bonk them while you're trying to jump and avoid the mine carts. It's great.
Starting to get
Oh,
angry.
yeah, scorpions that shoot spike balls.
Mm-hmm.
Like, nature's finest.
You know, I
Rattle the fist
actually
or something
wonder
like that.
if there is a way to tell a difference between the seed piles, like whether it's the size of the seed piles. I'm looking at the manual to see. Okay. There are items in this game?
Yeah, enemies
killing
sometimes
enemies.
drop items.
Yeah.
Well, you can tell how well I've been paying attention. There's extra time. There's the speed up item, which sounds like you don't want to get. There's the invincibility item, which you do want to get. Points multiplier, which might be relevant if you need to get extra lives and, you know, not get game over. That could be helpful.
Okay,
I love the situation that Smebble...
Oi.
I love the situation that Smebble was just in. Had 3 health, ate a bird seed that damaged and stunned them, bringing them down to 1 health, so they still survived, but there was a scorpion on that platform which ran into them and did that last HP of damage, so they died.
You want an extra one here? Megami, in desperation here, there were 3 health, there was a bird seed next to a fireplace. They just taken damage from Mercy Invisibility. Go over there, take the seed, it's poison, of course, gets stunned, comes back, burned right away on the top of the fire.
Yes,
So
yes.
the manual says keep notes of the different seeds that you find. Are you serious?
Okay, so-
Right down.
It says to take notes because some will
Okay,
heal and
so-
some will hurt. So specifically, the devs are like, we're not doing the work. We're not making them look
Yeah,
different.
no.
You have to write
We're making
down
the players show
or
their work.
remember because we hate you. We
We're not
hate
doing
you.
this
So
work making sprites.
yeah, there is of course the note section, which is one of the smallest note sections I've seen in a manual, but that's fine. Like at least they
You know
have
the
one.
biggest crime? There's no raise brand coupons. There's none. The best thing of Rabbit Rampage is out there. At least there's seasonal bird seeds.
Oh, by the way, apparently each star that you get, per the manual, it adds 2 seconds to the time, but I think that might vary depending on the difficulty. I'm not sure.
Maybe, who knows? This game's very
You should know you
mysterious.
played on hard.
You also played the game, Hulk. I know it adds time.
On hard.
And I know stars add time, but I didn't really sit down and think about, how much time does each individual star add when I'm picking up like 20 stars in the matter of like 5 seconds?
Yeah.
You don't really think about it that hard when you get stars that fast.
A game where you expecting you to speed that way? Yeah. But we have seen a few timeouts throughout the game, so it is important to get all the star power you can.
Yeah. I think the amount of time you have is hypothetically not too unreasonable of a time to go from the start to the end of the stage, when you've like already done the stage and know how to get through it. And you'll naturally be picking up some stars throughout the stage, so you'll pick up a few things, a little bit of extra time here and there. And plus, the time resets every time you die, which, as we can tell, is happening a lot in this game. So,
Yeah.
Also, if you find a teleporter, it will take you to a small, isolated area that'll get out with time. That's just filled with stars. But you can also die in there if you're not careful. So, you know, bonus!
Yeah, bonus stage, am I right?
Everybody loves the bonus stage.
Always a good bonus stage when you can die in the bonus stage.
Ain't that wonderful?
Ain't I a stinker?
Stop it.
Why, yes, Akami, you prefer this game. You are the stinker in this case.
Okay, so the big thing here apparently is that if it is a bowl that can restore 2 or 3 health, it's guaranteed to be safe. So,
Yes.
you know, if it looks like it only has 1 bit of health, you may wish to not get it. However, it could also be a checkpoint. So you never know.
Exactly. You never know till you eat it. So, lesson of the game, just eat it.
Just look on the other side. Oh my gosh, thanks, Weird Al. Just look on the other side of the sign, stupid Roadrunner. Seriously, if it's got your face on it, it's safe.
You say that's a little stupid here, but he is a bird brain, so fitting.
It's true.
The reason that he has trouble falling down is that he never studied the law of gravity.
Well, yeah, if he's a bird, they don't have gravity school. Okay, hey, it looks like Mazre is into the minecart level as well. I really enjoy... Okay, Mazre getting past some of the first minecarts, taking some damage.
Let's rewind that for a second. What would gravity school entail?
Well, I mean, there are people who get PhDs in, like, physics dealing with gravity, so, like...
Does that mean they are not affected by gravity until they take gravity school?
Oh, they're only affected by gravity until they take gravity school. Then they learn how to exploit it.
Look, even Bugs Bunny said that joke multiple times here. Yeah, I know this doesn't make sense, but you know I never studied gravity.
He also said, ain't I a stinker, you know?
Yes, all the time.
There we go. Exuno is through the stupid bus level, moving on to the next one. So at this point, Megami and Mazre have made it into the minecart stage. Both have made some progress. I'm not sure who technically is in the lead, although I think Mazre is at this point.
Yeah, we're getting
because especially since they got the Coyote to spawn.
Oh, and also since he got to the exit, that also helps.
And we're starting to get to that point where players are like going to be on their final run through the game. So we'll have to start thinking about that, because I estimate 20 minutes for a run, and we've got about 15 minutes left on this match, so...
Yep.
Mazre might want to make this run count, because you may not have enough time to get back here on another attempt.
I think you're probably right. I think that if people got a game over right now, they would probably be able to get back to their high water mark as long as they rush. Like, here's the deal, everybody, especially if you're new. We judge based off of the best attempt that the players had, the high watermark that they sent. So, or that they did. So, even if they get a game over, that doesn't matter. They already set their best attempt. But the thing is, if you do get a game over, you have to play through the whole game over again. And that can be both frustrating as well as time-consuming. Okay, Smebble is through the level and was just dealing with the terrible jumping physics. Oh my gosh.
Ooh,
oh, actually...
Actually got the game over, but they still had 3 credits left. So
this is going to be basically Mazre's game to lose then, because with that many credits in... this far in, Mazre may even be able to finish normal difficulty. because I think the world after this one, I want to say, is the last world on normal difficulty.
Let me double check on that one here. Yes, on normal difficulty they have one more world. If they were on hard, they would have stage 14 and 14 to look forward to. That's not on normal.
Yeah. And those stages have their own unique gimmicks, which is basically just finding like 3 buttons in a confined area while Wile E. Coyote tries to pogo jump on you.
Wait, didn't Mazre finish this level?
I guess not.
Maybe hit a game over.
Yeah, if you...
Or it just looks so similar to the previous stage.
I mean, it looks maybe I'm just confused. I don't know. But I thought Mazre got all the way to like the TNT on the far right of this jumping section.
The stages will look very similar to one another.
Oh my gosh.
Set of twos.
This Coyote. Yeah. Absolute butt. Like, you can't have an enemy swoop in that fast without...
Yeah, the jetpack Wile E. Coyote I found to be the hardest one to avoid damage to. Like, sometimes just had to... Because you... getting hit also kills your momentum when you're trying to make a jump, so I definitely have had multiple jumps where I tried to make a jump and then Wile E. Coyote swooped in and knocked me to a lower platform, so sometimes my strategy was just get hit so I could use the iframes to make forward progress.
And there we go! Mazre is through the level. Goodbye, Wile E. Coyote. Yeah, look at the screen with that ugly face. Alright, we're on to Speed Seed. Whatever that means.
On the level 11.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Level 11. Very clearly.
Chill.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that, apparently... I think that you were right that was a different level, but it basically looked identical.
Yeah.
Which makes me think that maybe the developers were Probe software, you know?
Who could ever copy and paste level design everywhere?
Maybe it was Probe software.
Maybe.
Who knows?
I have questions if you didn't make that assessment based on Probe software showing up at the start of the game, like the logo.
I mean, yeah, that part would also help. One thing to note that I'm seeing Mazre do especially is with the birdseed that only has one, Mazre only gets that while there are iframes.
Yep.
And
that is the strategy.
That's a very good strategy. Take damage, then peck it, because if you do, and it does happen to damage you, you aren't going to take damage while you are flashing. It's very smart.
And if it's health, you gain health anyways.
Yep.
So...
It's a win-win.
Yep.
You get health, you either get health or you defuse a bomb.
Mazre, I'm to level 12. You can tell because it said level 12 before this. Otherwise, it's honestly very difficult to tell. I mean, the color of the mountains in the background do change with every single level, which I like. But it's still not enough of a change for me to honestly tell. I mean, between Smebble Bear, like, when they're low enough in the level, the color is exactly the same. So it's like...
no change whatsoever.
Yeah, but the other background, like, if you get high enough, you know, Mazre has a sunset in the background, whereas Smebble Bear, it's daytime. Oh no, the seed! Smebble,
This is just a day in the life of Roadrunner.
Yep.
The day in the life of a true nightmare.
I mean, yeah, it's not wrong. You get chased all the time by a bloody coyote. What else?
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Megami saw two different piles of the bird seed and decided I'm going to go ahead and eat the small one first just to see. Took damage and then ate the big pile, which is the right move.
Good decision, very wise.
Yeah, it's been really interesting to see who has been able to figure out, like, reliable ways to check if they're going to take damage or not.
Yeah, with
You might also
what?
consider...
Go on.
Yeah, you might also consider not eating the seed if you get full health anyways. Because not getting any health from it, and if you get damage, well, it's damage.
Oh, Mazra's trying to jump up to the exit. And gets it. So I believe that is a clear for Mazray. At least on normal difficulty. Gonna be jumping into hard difficulty now. Honestly, with what Mazray has learned about this game, if there was more time in the match, I think would also have a pretty reasonable chance of beating the game on hard difficulty in this attempt. Unfortunately, there's not enough time left in the match for that, but...
Not at all, but that's really exciting to see somebody make that much progress. Oh my gosh.
Okay, another comment from Smellbit here. See, this is taking way more out of me than usual. I hate Game Gear! Followed by Masri going, why?
Yeah!
Why would you ever hate Game Gear?
Nah, that can't be.
And imagine why!
Game Gear's fine. I grew up with it. Come on.
I don't know that that's the glowing review for Game Gear that you want it to be, Percentia, but you
fine.
do you.
It's fine.
It's fine, TM.
It's fine, I grew up with it, it's fine.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, I get to deal with trying to figure out who this person is in the next match because, hey, welcome to people sometimes changing their names throughout the tournament, which is fine. You're allowed to do that. It's fine. But now I have to change a spreadsheet. Yeah, you're allowed to do that, everybody, okay? Don't worry. It's just... Yeah, whatever.
Well, that's quite a commentary from your chat here. Grow up with Game Gear. Become the Twitch version of Jigsaw. Wanna play a game?
No! Well, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, it's not like we've had some other quality Game Gear games on here, you know, Green Dog, Beavis and Butthead.
Oh god. How long until we get Junction Okami?
I mean, that depends on you. You're the GM here, not me.
I love that chat is saying that this game looks really good, and I would actually say that one thing that was done very right, and is often done very right with Looney Tunes games, is the art.
Yes.
Yeah.
Honestly,
yes.
Yeah, art does not make a good game, but it can trick executives into thinking that it's a good game ready to be shipped. And
that's not a high bar percentage. Sometimes.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about Action 52 devs, yeah, it can look like literal butts, okay? It can look like somebody vomited onto the cart, and that's what the Nintendo is trying to process. And the Action 52 executives would be like, good to go! Good to go, everybody!
You can punish a turn, but it's still a turn!
No, Probe had at least some type of expectations, you know? It wasn't just like ship the first thing, it was ship the second thing after it looks kind of okay. Yeah, and like, there are various levels of torture that we have in Kusogrand8, and honestly, like, Probe is certainly painful, but a lot of it can be enjoyable looking or even like enjoyable sounding, and oftentimes visuals and audio can be enough to trick people into thinking that they're playing not just a good game, but like a well-designed game. But, you know, we can tell, despite this game looking good and sounding good, the physics are a nightmare. The level design, kind of atrocious. The physics, not the physics.
It has the skeleton of a good game, but it flounders in one too many places to make it a good game.
Yeah, it's like...
Yep.
Unfortunately, like, all of the things that you could do in order to make this game more playable would probably make it a lot shorter. Just because, you know, if you actually could control Roadrunner, you could get through these levels not too slowly. Like, I feel like they would have to put maybe a little bit more work into level design if they made, if they polished up the physics, which honestly they should do.
So bring commentary back to the match for a quick second, since we're getting to the last 2.5 minutes of the match. It's looking pretty good. Mazre is going to be in first. Mebblebear is unfortunately going to be last. Exuno and Megami are in real time fighting for second and third, because they are both
fun.
They are both neck and neck, and like on their best attempt. So all eyes on them. They're both on the same stage. I think I don't know how many credits Megami has. I think I saw Exuno's on their last credit. But we'll
oh
we'll
no,
see.
Exuno's dead! Gone to lunch! That means you're being eaten! You don't want that to happen.
Yep, they're on lunch.
And I think that might be a full game over, possibly for both of them.
That's a game over for Megami.
Yep.
And let's see if that's a game over for Exuno. Exuno is not advancing the high scoreboard, so I'm assuming Exuno knows that's a full game over.
I think so. So, yeah, it's really going to come down to the refs. How dare you? No, Megami, no. How dare me? How dare you?
Happy. Oh, damn, wow.
I like the psychedelic colors behind him.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Looks like the refs are going to be checking where Megami died, so may need to do a bit of VOD reviewing for those two, but we will see.
Yep. Thank you so much, refs, for volunteering your time to help out. It genuinely helps so much. And, you know, as we have discovered, anybody watching as a GM or doing commentary,
We're here to be
it's
idiots.
impossible.
We're not here to pay attention to the game.
Well, it's also just impossible to, like, pay attention to progress for 4 different people at the same time.
Oh,
Kusogrand8 is just a podcast now.
It always has been.
It's a different reaction.
And here we go, the end for the match. Well, thank you, Mazre, for playing until the bitter end. And how bitter was it? Not that bitter, because you win. That is time, everybody. Throw your hands up into the air and do a little celebration. You can do a little dance. You can do a little dance in your chairs.
Have a little fun. Down tonight. It's down tonight. Yeah.
Or tomorrow. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be tonight. But with that said, it is very clear for us that Mazre took the victory today. Smebblebear has come in fourth, but between second and third, it's a little bit harder. We will find out what they say. Let me go ahead and invite. What am I even saying? Mazre, come and chat.
Indeed. Please join us. Celebrate. Hi.
Yeah, how do you feel the players did today?
Well, getting a game clear is pretty good for starters.
Oh yes, it got really far too. Took a few game overs, but that's expected. You gotta learn this game as a process. I don't know what all the traps are. And you're not expected to go fast on a game like this, but what you do.
Yeah, I think each attempt, the players ended up making further and further progress each time they went through the game, so... Which, you know, is something you would expect in theory, but sometimes the game is, what's the word? Bad.
Bad?
Yeah.
I would go ahead and say that this game, I would probably still have enjoyed this as a kid. I gotta be honest. I might still enjoy it as an adult. I would be able to see the flaws, but considering how short it is, I don't know if the flaws are necessarily big enough for it to be unenjoyable. I think I would still enjoy this. Hello there, Mazre. Welcome and congratulations. You are the one person who cleared the game. Seriously, great job. Yeah, we're just
is angry with us, not saying a word.
Angry? I can't believe you would be so upset. I know that it's your mic being a problem. You can go ahead and restart Discord. It's fine, but we're just gonna pretend that you're angry at us. I'm so offended. I'm so upset.
Angry.
Oh my gosh, just hopping into voice and staring at us. The death stare.
Can you feel it? Can you feel it?
I feel it. I feel it, Mr. Krabs.
Can you feel it, SpongeBob Bob?
SpongeBob. I don't know. Yeah, well, we are currently reviewing... Yeah, that's okay. Mazre will need to drag him in. He's just restarting Discord, and that is fine. So, I'm just trying to think. I think that this is more playable than Death Valley Rally for Super Nintendo. Mostly because I've never seen anybody get close to beating that. But I have very much seen people beat this game just now.
I've beaten Death Valley Rally. I wonder who made me do that.
I
don't know.
I don't know. Well, Mazre, are you here now?
Oh, we hear a voice.
Okay.
A little
bit quiet.
I think it's working.
Yep, we hear you.
Yep, you're loud and clear. Hello, and welcome, and congratulations on your victory. And just FYI, it looks like it's Mazre followed by Exuno in second, Megami in third, and Smebble Bear in fourth. Great job to everybody. This was a highly competitive match, and Mazre, you came out on top.
Indeed.
This was I don't know, the game sort of clicked, or I found the right combination of, you know, it's like, I think the second or third stage was like, wait a minute, there hasn't been any instant death yet, so, you know, if I manage my health properly, maybe I can just kind of push through and, you know, go a little bit riskier than I would otherwise.
Yeah, how did you like the Booby Trap Seed?
Oh man, that was really awful. I think maybe the middle set of stages there with the roller skates, and yeah, it was just like it was so mean. You know, it was like every time you start the first handful of levels train you to lean on the seed, and then all of a sudden that goes out the window.
Yep, eat the seed, get hit, die.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was a combo.
But with that said, like, was there anything redeemable about this game, or does it have too many flaws? Like, is it short enough that the flaws are fine? What do you think?
I mean, it's a mean game. I mean, even the
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
know,
You're going super quiet and super loud.
Even
There we
the okay. So the controls for one kind of really throw a wrench into everything, even without the cruelty of the bird seed. And then just the level, like the volcano level with ice physics, with mine carts, with everything else. I don't know how I got through there so fast, but it was just kind of a don't stop and keep going. Like, you know, just use the damage frames as much as you can.
Yeah, and I noticed people started using the iframes, especially you started to use the iframes in order to check to see if something was going to hurt you or not. Check if bird speed would cause damage or if you could get through it, and that was very smart.
I think I saw you also caught on to if there was more bird seed, it was always going to be safe and you could get heal multiple times from that.
That was the one thing I could figure out was that was a reliable heal, and then basically unless I had enough health or it had been it looked like it might have been a checkpoint instead, then I would risk it. But yeah.
It was the only way to tell if somebody was trapped or not.
Yeah, they are all in the same locations as well. So if you wanted to remember what each bird seed was, I don't know why you'd want to do that, but that was something you could do.
The manual said to keep track of which ones were safe and which ones weren't, and I'm like, you do that. That's not my job.
You do that for me.
It was honestly pretty funny to see like some of the recommendations from the manual and how much I disagreed with them. I'm like, come on. Well, I still think that this isn't the worst Looney Tunes game that we've had, or the worst Roadrunner game even. Like, we've definitely had worse on Kusogrand8. But it's got enough flaws that, a little bit more time polishing and a little less time trying to please your shareholders, and that would probably end up being a pretty decent game, but ooh, it's got issues. Now, with that said, are you doing anything exciting these days? Anything fun happening over on your side of the world? And if nothing stream-wise, are you playing any games that people should know about?
I'm in a bit of a funk right now, but there's a ton of good stuff out there right now, and a ton of stuff we're hearing about this weekend in all sorts of different spaces. So, there's stuff there. There's something good going on somewhere, I'm sure.
Yeah, I do know that quite a few new games, or at least a handful of new games, were announced, especially indie games. That's what's really exciting for me. Yeah, a lot of the bigger studios that quote-unquote announce things, I'm like, I don't really care. But like, there's some fantastic new ideas in some of these indie games that were announced, and I'm very excited for some of those. Well, cool. Thank you so much. Polk and Okami, do you have anything that you'd like to say before we let you go?
This was a great time here, a great match overall here, and thank you for having me on this here. Thank you for allowing me to present this. Otherwise, in about a week from now here, I'll be starting the newest version of the 4-Job Fiesta.
Yeah,
cool.
It is that time of year. I mean, I run Retro Book Club over in my Discord, and we have wonderful games. Polk was on yesterday's show.
Uh-oh.
Well, I think you felt the games were pretty all right, Polk. You just had to do Spider House shenanigans again in Majora's Mask. We host that every Friday. Next week is going to be busy for me because I have to run 3 shows next week because we got the normal one on Friday, and I'm also going to be over at twitch.tv/ProtonJohn running 2 shows over there. So that's going to be fun.
Fun. Well, good. I'm glad that you're going to go have fun over there. Seriously, thank you all so much. I'll go ahead and let you all go because we need to get to the next match. Take care, friends.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, everybody, to give you a little sanity as well as to let myself run to the restroom, I'm going to run a quick ad. Thank you so much, Dollars Fred, for resubscribing, and thank you, everybody else. Oh, geez, we dropped a lot this month. It happens every once in a while. We had a small break before round 3. Maybe we'll be able to get back up there. With that said, I'm running. We'll be right back. Thank you so much, everybody. Welcome back to Kusogrand8, the Bad Video Game Tournament. I want to thank Bilby Coder for resubscribing and Chiron for dropping that 100 bits. I do know that the sub pricing is going up on Twitch, and I have no offense if that is something that you don't want to support. That is completely fine. There are always other ways to support. You can, if you don't know what those are, you can always hit me up. But I do appreciate all of the subs and the fact that you're able to keep us going. I do have other things. Oh my gosh. Personal complaining time. It's one of those times where it's a little bit difficult just because I haven't had too many side gigs going on, and my husband has it was essentially constructive dismissal. His severance is up, and I think that he's going to be looking for some opportunities in the future. He's especially been getting into 3D printing though, and that's something that's really interesting to him, and he might look into that a little bit more for some things. But any of the support that you are able to give honestly helps us a great deal. I will be running the escape room at SGDQ this year. That is a paid gig. So if y'all are there and you want to come and play, you are welcome to. Then I'm going to AntherCon at the end of the month / beginning of next month. I've got multiple conventions in July, August, and September. So that will help us cover the bills at that point. But it's gonna be a little bit of one of those times, you know? Do bad puns support the channel? Sure. I'll say yes. But honestly, y'all are great, and I'm glad that we're able to do this. Valorial, you're asking if I'll be at Furrydelphia. Let me go ahead and check my calendar. I'm guessing that's in Philadelphia?